Hi, I'm Mark. This is my May review for Cancer Sun Sign and Cancer Rising. This month your chart resembles a bowl, but unfortunately the bowl is upside down, so it's hard to hang on to energy. Energy will flow from you very easily. Now, we have a bonus for this because Mars is in your sign this month, so this could perk you up a bit and give you a bit more energy and drive. This month we have 3 planets retrograde, and we also have our first eclipse of the year. So let's have a look. Right, first of all, on the first we have Pluto retrograde. Now, when a planet is retrograde, the energies turn inward, but we can work with these energies. Pluto's in your 7th house, and the lesson for Pluto retrograde in the 7th house is to focus on other people. Take the focus off yourself, focus on others and their needs, and see if you can balance things out a bit more. And also you need to work through your true feelings in relationships. The other thing is you need to give freedom to other people as well. These are things you can work with. Also on the first we have a conjunction of Venus and the Black Moon Lilith. Now these are in your 11th house. These two work well together, they're like twins. And it's a good time to make new friends and have some fun with existing friends. On the second, the Sun makes a square aspect to Saturn. Now some astrologers would say this is very difficult or unlucky aspect, but it's not. All it does, it brings up issues that you'd rather not deal with. Also, it puts a lot of restriction on your pleasurable activities. It could be a lot of duty and responsibility put on you at this time. And we also have Neptune making an aspect to the Black Moon Lilith. So this means you want to avoid things. This lasts till the 23rd. This means you might want to go into your shell and your own world and avoid what's happening in the outside world, but try and confront these issues that come up. On the 3rd, Mercury makes a positive aspect to Jupiter, and this is good, but you may not be able to get the best out of this because they're 29 degrees, and at this degree the planets are very much weakened, so it may be hard to get the best out of this aspect, but if you can, it's good for planning and strategy. On the 4th, Mercury moves into the 12th house, and so your thoughts will become more inward and you'll be more withdrawn, quieter. On the 6th, there could be a bit of excitement because Venus makes a positive aspect with Pluto in your 7th house of relationships, so there's intense emotions there. And on the same day, the Sun makes a conjunction with Cupido, who's named after Cupid. This is an asteroid, and Cupid's arrow could be fired. You could be magically drawn to someone who's already close to you, may already be friends with. On the 8th, Venus makes the same aspect to Jupiter that Mercury did a few days earlier, and again it's still at that 29 degrees, so the planets are very weak, so you'll be hard pushed to get anything good out of this aspect. But if you can, it's a good time to treat yourself or indulge yourself in something you really enjoy doing. Then on the 10th, Mars makes an aspect to Uranus, and this lasts for 4 days. This could make you very restless. Mars and Uranus could create excitement, but you may get bored with what you're doing, so you need to create that excitement. But use your insights, because Mercury in the 12th house makes 2 aspects, one to Chiron in the 10th house, so this could you could have insights about and give you inspiration about your path forward. Mercury also makes a conjunction with the North Node, so this is your spiritual way forward. So there can be valuable insights at this time, so if you can tap into those, you can then use the Mars energy to change things and put some things into action. Uranus in that 11th house of friends, so it's a good time to talk to friends, and also it's a good time to set new goals for the future. On the 11th we have a new moon. The new moon is in your 11th house and it's in Taurus. This is a good time to turn some of that restless energy you have into a positive. It's time to network and reach out to other people, and both socially and professionally this would help you a lot. It's also a good time to involve yourself in group activities and to review and look at your 11th house goals and dreams for the future. The Taurus side of this new moon is about connecting with nature, It's about getting out there and doing something, either gardening or walking in the park. Just feel that connection with nature and Mother Earth. Also, at the time of the new moon, there's a conjunction with the black moon Lilith. Now, this could bring up an emotion related to some kind of fear, so just make a note of this if it comes up, because it's something you can work on in the future. Then on the 12th, there's a great aspect between the Sun and Neptune. This will increase your sensitivity. This will give your intuition a boost. So it's a good day to talk to friends and maybe act a little bit unselfishly and listen to what they have to say, listen to their problems, and give them a bit of support. On the 14th, Jupiter moves into Pisces, your fellow water sign, and into your 9th house. Jupiter rules the 9th house, so this is very fortunate. Jupiter also co-rules Pisces. So there could be great benefit here, but unfortunately it only lasts just over a month, and then it'll go retrograde and back into Aquarius again. But you can still make the most of this month. Jupiter will bring growth, Jupiter will expand your world, and you'll be able to learn so much while Jupiter's in this 9th house. Then on the 16th, the Sun makes a positive aspect to Pluto. Pluto's in your 7th house, the Sun is in your 11th house. So this is all about relationships. It's all about what do you need to improve your relationships. What can you do to make them smoother and more enjoyable? Well, ask yourself this question and then act on it quickly and make the changes. This is an ideal aspect for making positive changes. Between the 17th and the 19th, Venus makes 3 positive aspects. The first is a conjunction with the North Node. It's in your 12th house. So at this point, you'll be able to unconsciously draw good things to you, either possessions, people, wealth, without even realising it. You can draw these things to you because your unconscious is willing you to fulfil these desires. Also, it's about your future path. Someone you know may have a profound effect on your future path. It may be someone you're in a relationship with, or it may be a friend, but they will have a definite say in your future path and development. Then on the 18th, there's a positive aspect to Chiron in the 10th house. So you can now deal with any wounds from the past that to do with career or your destined path or your public standing. There may be something where you've been either rejected or embarrassed in public that still hurts, and you need to heal that now. It's also a good time to see the better in things, see the good in everything. And the last aspect on the 19th is a trine to Saturn. Now you'll be more straight thinking, and you'll be able, because Venus is in that 12th house, you'll be able to discuss taboo subjects in a very good manner. It's also good for business and organising things as well. On the 21st, the Sun moves into Gemini, your 12th house, and joins Mercury and Venus there. So for over the next month, it's more of a reflective time. You may feel a bit more withdrawn, but it's a good time to work behind the scenes, because when the Sun moves into your sign, everything will be out in the open, and you better really get on and push forward then. When the Sun moves into Gemini, it makes an immediate square to Jupiter in the 9th house. So this is good for achieving, getting things done. It's very good as well for understanding other people and for learning about other people and the way they do things. You can pick up a lot by doing that. There is a difficult aspect on that day as well, because Mercury makes a square to Neptune. This is always a day when things can be a little bit confusing, so it's not a day to make important decisions, but it is a day to get on and get things done. Then on the 23rd, there's our second planet going retrograde. This time it's Saturn in your 8th house. Now again, we can work with the lesson of Saturn in the 8th house, and that's to realise that we have to have a change in our attitudes and values before we can develop spiritually. This will be a good time to learn about metaphysics and apply what you find to your daily life. On the 25th, we have a fantastic combination when Pallas conjuncts Neptune, and it's in your 9th house in Pisces. Now, we have the combination now of Pallas Athena's strategy and wisdom and intellect combined with Neptune's creativity and imagination. So this is a fantastic aspect to have, and this lasts till the 4th of June. So it's a good time now to work with this energy. You can solve problems, you can see patterns in things, you'll have great insight, flashes of inspiration. This is all coming through that 9th house of learning, higher learning. So there's things you can learn that will be very, very good. You'll intuitively be able to pick things up. There's a few difficult days between the 26th and 29th when Venus and Mercury squares this conjunction. So this causes maybe a little blockage or something, a challenge that you just need to overcome, but then that will be clear and you can have work with the energy as you wish. On the 26th we have our first eclipse of the year. This is a total lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. This is your 6th house. So the eclipse belongs to the Saros 5 North series and is known for giving hunches, dreams, visions, flashes of inspiration, very similar to the aspect we just talked about. So this is coming together nicely. These aspects are building up a picture here, so there's going to be some changes afoot. This eclipse can bring forth a lot of positive change. It's a very creative series of eclipses. Right, the full moon in Sagittarius in the 6th house is about having the freedom to change the way you want, to grow and expand in the way you wish. And there may be a few disgruntled moans and groans. You may think, oh, I'm fed up with this situation, or I can't put up with this anymore. And there may be some dramatic outbursts, but you just need to stay calm and put some good practices in to place. It may be that you need to alter your exercise or diet. It may be that you need to make some changes within your job or your daily routines. But these can all be done under this positive eclipse. The full moon also conjuncts the moon's node. We have the sun conjunct the north node and the moon conjunct the south node. So you're aligning yourself now. You'll be compelled to align yourself with your future path and your destiny. Also, there's a balancing needs to be done with these nodes. You've got the south node, which is the familiar, what we know, our hidden talents, what we've brought over from the past, and then we've got the future, where the sun is conjunct the future, so the light will be shone on the future, and you'll be able to use what you have to take yourself forward into the future. And you need to balance the conscious and the unconscious mind, because we have the south node in the 6th house of the mundane everyday, and then you've got the north node in the 12th house of the unknown and the spiritual side. So it's a good time to balance these up now. On the 29th, Mars is in your sign, makes a positive aspect to the Neptune-Pallas conjunction in Pisces. So you're connecting these two water signs together, which is great. This will bring you some fantastic insights. This will heighten your intuition and your awareness, and you'll feel very compassionate as well. So you'll be quite willing to help others. Put the Mars practical energy into helping other people. That would be fantastic. And also there's a lot you could learn, because you'll be channeling things through your unconscious with this combination, and it will be fantastic. Also on the 29th we have Mercury going retrograde. Now the lesson of Mercury retrograde in your 12th house is about balancing the inner world with the outer world. So we spoke a little bit earlier of how to balance this with the moon's nose, and Mercury can help you do this as well. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you'd like to leave me a message, I'd love to hear from you.